What's up guys, Shane Starnes with Droid Modder X. Last week I uploaded a speed test video of the Note 7 versus the iPhone 6s Plus, and the iPhone 6s Plus won by a landslide. And that got me to thinking, would the Exynos version of the phone be able to also outperform the Snapdragon 820 version of the phone? My good friend Joshua Bain has the Snapdragon 820 version of the phone. He was able to send me over a speed test of that phone, so we'll compare his speed test to the speed test of my Exynos variant to see which one comes out on top. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, Snapdragon 820 on the left, Exynos on the right. We're going to run through a couple of stock applications to start out with. Both phones should have an easy go at the stock applications. It's when they get to the games that things start to slow down quite a bit, and you'll notice that the Exynos version seems to be loading applications much faster than the Snapdragon 820. The Exynos version is already finished with Asphalt 8 and launching into Angry Birds, while the Snapdragon 820 version got hung up there on Asphalt 8. And we're going to see the same thing here with Angry Birds. It seems to just kind of lag on Angry Birds, while the Exynos version is able to open up several applications. As you can see though, the Exynos version doesn't really have much bragging room, as even small applications like Photoshop Mix and Lapse seem to take forever to load. The ESPN app is no different here, taking quite a while to load. And we're going to see the same thing from both of these devices. They're just going to take an exorbitant amount of time to load applications. While the Exynos version finishes up its editing and media consumption applications, the Snapdragon 820 version is still stuck on those couple of games that it had to load. The Exynos version finishes out the first lap at 1 minute and 18 seconds, and what you're going to find out is the Exynos version actually struggles with reopening applications. So any kind of multitasking in TouchWiz on the Exynos version is super slow due to the fact that it has to recall applications from scratch. As you can see, it's having to recall all the games from scratch, which is really going to slow it down. If the Snapdragon 820 hadn't had such a hard time in loading all the applications to begin with, it actually may have done pretty well, because it has a trick up its sleeve. Once it finally finishes with these last couple of media applications, you're going to see it do something pretty awesome, which is a feature that was built into Marshmallow on TouchWiz on Snapdragon devices. It finishes up the first lap in 2 minutes and 2 seconds, so almost a full minute behind the Exynos version, but as you can see, it's blazing through the second lap. It's not having to recall any applications from scratch. In fact, it has those stored in memory and has them ready to go, which is pretty cool, because the Exynos version is having to recall all applications from scratch. Fortunately enough for the Exynos version, it launches applications much quicker than the Snapdragon 820, and it finishes the entire race at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The Snapdragon 820 is still lagging behind. It's having to relaunch some of the applications towards the end there, such as ESPN, from scratch, but as you can see, most of the applications are ready to go. So the Snapdragon 820 finishes up at 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Is it fair that Samsung decided to include two different processors in the phone? Should we all just have the more powerful Exynos version of the phone, which also gets better battery life and just performs better overall? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, be sure to subscribe to Joshua Bain's channel, just as a thank you for helping me out with this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. You can find more of me at droidmodderx.com. Follow me on Twitter at droidmodderx. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.